Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery. I'm at Star Cottage Studio today. Thank you for joining us live here today. Marianne is here. Hello, Marianne. Oops. William here. I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Let me turn my sound off here. There we go. I was watching YouTube on here earlier and forgot to turn the sound off. So how's everyone doing? We have an exciting show for you today. Everything today, brand new, brand new. A lot of times we mix in the new with some of our vintage stuff, um, and today is a show completely of all new items that you've never seen from us before. So get ready, y'all. It's gonna be fun. I've spent some time sorting. We just got these things in. I had to price them, sort them. So I've already done lot numbers. I've already done the prices. We are going to give you, prices have gone up lately. That's just the way of things. But Andrew, he did all the ordering and talking with the vendors for these and trying to negotiate things and trying to, get things that we can offer to you at prices that are not terrible, right? They're actually really good prices. A lot of these things are not any more than what we would normally do the things that we've had in the past. So I think it's a really, really great assortment of things we've got for you today. We're going to carry on with some of this tomorrow as well. I think we have enough for at least 2 days worth of shows of these new items. And then after that, all these new items will get mixed in with our vintage and all the things we normally show. But we've got some really good stuff tonight. Andrew did a great job at ordering some things. He took into consideration, hey Norma, took into consideration the things that you all have been asking for too, and tried to get as many of those things as we could. Whenever you all ask us for things, we do our best to try to get them for you. So, um, if we can, and if we can at a good price. And, our whole thing is we are small, but and we can't buy in the huge quantities that a lot of other people, a lot of other businesses can. Some of those bigger bead stores can, but we try to make sure we still give you the best prices possible. And we are doing introductory prices on the majority of these items today. So you will see our normal, like it should be this, but we're giving it to you for this today. And so we even managed to be able to do that, even with prices going up on things and with all the tariffs and all the stuff that's happening in the world. I think we got really good prices for you. So I'm excited. I hope you are too. Hey, Susie, thanks for joining us. Andrew was here earlier, then he had to run home. I don't know if he's going to be back. He has to come back at some point because he's got the car. We came up together, so he has to come pick me up or I'll be sleeping at the cottage. But um, he had to run home, so he'll be back probably at some point to hang out with us, or at least maybe he'll show up in the comments, one way or the other. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy weekend. It's Monday. Mondays always throw me off a little bit because normally we get in these lives and we talk about what we did today. And while I did a lot today, we also have the weekend to recap. So how was your weekend out there? Let me know. I finally got completely over the cold that I had. It was kind of a really low grade. I had a sore throat for one day, and then it was just like a low grade, like kind of achy, but not like just not a lot of energy kind of thing. And on Saturday night slash Sunday morning, it broke finally and it was gone. And I'm just like clearing up from that now. I'm very nasally. My ears aren't popping properly because everything is just kind of like clearing from all of that. Um, but that was a good thing. I have a much more energy. I my mom came up on Friday. Friday she had my nephew Luke. Normally she doesn't get him on Fridays because his mom is able to stay home with him, but she was on a work trip And so she had Luke on Friday, and they came up to the shop to make jewelry. So it was super dang cute. Um, I don't know. I don't think I shared. I don't like to share too many. Um, I don't share too many photos of the kids all the time, because putting kids on the internet and all that, it's a weird thing to do. So I try not to share too much publicly. My mom shared some like friends only kind of sharing, but I will show you. Let's see if I can show you a photo. Um, let's see. Oh, I think we did talk. Did we talk about? We talked about this Friday. Did we talk about this? Yeah. I did. This was I forgot we have a live on Friday. So we did talk about this. I'm so used to us having like book club, creative make along. We actually were together on Friday. So I did show this and talk about this a little bit. So this was fun. He came up and with my mom and made a necklace and made a ring. We made a little everything was on stretch cord. Made a little ring for him and a necklace. He was going to do a bracelet, but he's starting to get worn out. I don't think he realized how much work goes into making that jewelry sometimes. Marion says, I hope to work on Sunday to find my shift changed um, from 5 hours to 8. Oh, you got extra time. That's not too bad though, right? Probably, maybe. I don't know. The money's probably nice to have the extra money, but um, when you're not expecting a longer shift, that's difficult. Um, oh, you got to work on Sunday. That is different. That's different. Hoping to work and finding your shift changed feels like that's like in the future. Like you just found out and you have time to adapt. Getting there that day and realizing that your job is 3 hours longer than you thought it was going to be, that is difficult. So I'm sorry that that happened. Um, hey, Teresa, thank you for joining us. I hope you're doing well. Um, so we did that. Marion says, well, yes, more money will be nice, right? That's the nice part, at least. Um, so what happened Saturday? Saturday, um, was it Friday or was it Saturday? Friday. The days are already, so I think Saturday, um, yeah, Friday my mom came up. So that was nice. And we hung out and she was there a good chunk of the day. Um, and Saturday, um, our friend Erica stopped in to see us, which was really nice. Erica is a jewelry maker in Johnstown. She makes beautiful. She's a goldsmith, silversmith, beautiful rings and earrings and jewelry and things like that. And uh, so she stopped in and said hi a little bit. So it was nice to see her. And then right after that, I was chatting with Jen, Jen Tucson, which most of you know from some of our tutorials and whatnot. But we haven't seen Jen in a long time. And I was chatting with her, because something the night before I started seeing some things of hers, and it kind of hit me. I was up very late Friday night in bed. That's been like a thing lately. I haven't been able to sleep very well until I fall asleep at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Um, but I didn't want to message her at like, you know, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. So when I got to the store, I messaged her on Saturday and we started chit chatting. And I'm like texting with her, texting. And all of a sudden, I'm texting her and I look at the door, somebody's coming in, and it's Jen. So Jen came up and hung out with me for a good part of the day. And it was so nice to see her. She's doing a lot of. She's doing a lot of wire wrapping. Um, She's been doing some tutorials on her page. She's really trying to network with more wire wrapping people and people who work with cabochons and all that kind of thing. So she says she feels bad that she hasn't kind of been in art groups as much. But she's really trying to spread herself out there and get into more of what she's really into right now, into the wire wrapping. And she's doing some really complicated and impressive wire wrapping. So if you haven't checked out the Giggly Gypsy in a while, check her out and make sure you're following her. Um, and um, so she was there, and then in the meantime, somebody came in. They were just visiting Johnstown. Their husband was on a work trip, and when they are in another city, they like to look for bead stores. And they looked for them, and they found us, and they came in, and they did their part supporting a local bead store, and that was really super nice. Her name was also Jennifer. So I had Jennifer's in the store on Saturday, and it was really nice to meet her and hang out a little bit. We kind of all chatted for a bit, and it was super nice. And we hope she loves everything that she got, and we appreciate the support there too. Um, and then on Sunday was a slow day as far as people coming in, but I did get a lot of sorting done for shipping. So I got sorting done, and I got some tidying up done, even though I feel like I didn't get much done. But having actual people in all weekend was kind of needed to tidy up a little bit. And then, hey, Len, thanks for joining us. Let me see who else is saying things. Uh, Morbid Moolah. Autocorrect is annoying, says Marianne. It is. It is. That's so nice you got to spend time with Jen. Yeah, it really was. It really was. It was good to see Jen. We live in the same town pretty much, but she's a little bit outside of Ligonier proper. Um, and she does bus driving now. She drives bus for kids in school and some charter things, and so we barely get to see her. So it was really nice. She tried to convince our friend Diane to come up too, and it was funny because um, I had put on a T-shirt that morning that I wore into the store, which was Diane. Uh, her dog Wally um, was in this program that's kind of helps people and gives you like I don't know how to explain it, but they come in, they have like Wally is kind of a helper dog, and they can pet him and kind of calm people down and that kind of thing. And they uh they had this competition at one point, and anyway, I got a t-shirt with Wally on it, and I wore the Wally t-shirt that day. And Jen was trying to get Diane to come up, um but she had an appointment, so she couldn't make it. But it was like I was like channeling people that day. I was like writing to Jen, and Jen shows up, and I was wearing t-shirt, and Diane almost showed up. Hey, Kimberly, thanks for joining us. And so we've been really trying to I've been trying to get in touch with people I haven't heard from in a while, make just more or less just checking to make sure people are okay, and then if things go on from there, that's great. But I do like to check in with people every once in a while if we don't hear from them. So that was Saturday, and then that was Sunday. So Sunday, like I said, was a slower day. Did a lot of cleaning up and kind of organizing and things like that. And then I came home, and I also got things ready. I took pictures for the D stash on Sunday at the shop, and then I came home and I mowed the grass. I was feeling good enough finally, so I got out there and I mowed our yard, and because it was getting high already, and so I mowed that real quick right before the D stash. I picked up sandwiches from our friends across the street at Jada's Jazz Cafe, and we had shrimp, or not shrimp, never, not shrimp, mushroom po' boy sandwiches, and we had that for dinner. And we had the D stash last night, which I think went really well. People seem to enjoy the things I put out there. There's still a lot left in the D stash, especially if you like vintage acrylic slash resin. Um, I think I put a lot of them as vintage acrylic, but some of them are vintage resin. Um, I didn't have the things right with me to read the labels as I was there, but as I was doing the D stash last night. But there are some really cool things out there still available, and you can grab those if you are in the Andrew Thornton Project D stash on Facebook. Um, Another thing I did, I sent out an email. The Museum of Beadwork had one of Andrew's pieces up for auction. I don't know. I didn't even get a chance to look to see where all that ended, but I think the auction ended on Saturday at 8 p.m., I want to say. And so I sent out an email throughout the day at some point, to let people know that they could check that out if they wanted to go bid on Andrew's glow in the dark fish. I think we had shown you that fish on a live at one point, that he was working on that glow in the dark fish. And so it was the whole thing. The Museum of Beadwork, you can submit projects to the things that they do. This is the second annual one I think they did. Um, Andrew usually submits something to it, and they put up a show, of all of the pieces that they bring in. And I think the show stays up for about a year, they say. And then after that year concludes, they put those pieces up for auction to help raise money for the organization and for staff and events and things like that. So that was a thing that happened over this weekend. And oops, there's Norma. I don't know why, but your message is held for review. Says I want one of those Jada's mushroom po' boys so bad. I saw the picture. Yeah, Andrew posted a picture. I devour mine too quickly. To usually I devour it too quickly to usually take a picture. I don't think to do it, which is really bad because I'm usually pretty good about trying to show things off. Um, but yeah, Andrew showed a picture. They are good. They are very good. Um, Unfortunately, I had to eat mine cold because I waited too long. Because I went home, I took it home, and then I went out and I said, I need to mow this grass because I know I probably wasn't going to get to it today. And we're supposed to have rain for like the next 18,000 days. So I didn't know when we were going to get to mow the grass again. So I mowed the grass and then I sat down to eat. And of course, it was cold, but it was still delicious, even cold. So that's saying a lot. Len says, tried to share about the auction. It's getting more difficult to see things on Facebook. Oh yeah. I don't know about you all, but I honestly, um I am pretty active on Facebook between my posts, between the posts that I share from Instagram that flow through to Facebook, um, and as much as I post on Allegory's page and share things and update things there. I sometimes wake up with hardly any notifications anymore. Um, and so that's really unusual. People are just not, and a notification could be, that somebody liked it or somebody, you have this many views on this. I do not get the kind of notifications that I used to get. And this started happening about at least probably 3 weeks ago or so. Um, about 3 weeks ago, I started realizing that most of our posts weren't getting seen. Hardly anyone's looking at things. And we do these things, um, to, there's these accomplishments they want you to do. And every week you have a new set of things. And I try to do most of them. Some weeks I do them really well. Like this past week, I think I got 70% of them done, um, instead of 100%. But still, they're supposed to make your stuff seen. And in some ways it's helping, maybe like some of our reels are getting seen a little bit more, but it's not really helping for general traffic on the page, I feel like. So I don't know what is going on, but um Facebook, especially, I will say for me in the last 3 weeks, has been really, I feel like, in some way, I don't know if we're being banned or what's happening, but like I don't like to get into all that because who knows. Um, but it's really hard. It's really hard getting seen out there. Um, bu- 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 Trying to rival the flood, says Marianne. I know. Um, it's really supposed to rain for like, I don't know. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's saying no rain, but Saturday, rain again. So it's like the next 4 or 5 days, it's going to be raining. And what did Susie say? Miss Susie say we will have freezing temps this weekend. Oh, great. Lovely. Mine's not saying that. Oh, wait, this weekend. Yes, mine is. Well, it's saying 34. What is with this? Like, can we just stay? But at least we're going to be in like the 50s. Well, low. Well, 51. That's cold on Thursday and Friday. 48 on Saturday is the high. Like, can we just stay in the 60s? That'd be nice. Let me see. What's everyone saying? Norma says, I'm still getting notifications 3 to 5 days later on Facebook. So frustrating. I'm trying to remember to check people's pages more often and like their posts. Yeah, it's, like it seems like still, if you at least are liking people's pages, or going to their pages and liking their posts, you will see them more often. I know that happens for me for sure. But I get these dumb things like the sponsor, not necessarily sponsor, but the we think you'll like. And sometimes I do. I get more of those usually than I see of my friends' stuff, but they're like, we think you'll like this account. And sometimes I do, and I'll go in and I'll look at some of the reels and all that, and then they incessantly pop up. Like they're the top of my screen every time. And I'm like, that's nice that it's something I'm newly interested in that you're showing me. But how about show me the stuff that are coming from my friends and that I want to actually see? Um, and as for notifications, yes, let's have those maybe a day before an event happens or a few days before an event happens, instead of after the event has already taken place, or 3 days after the person liked or commented on my post. Maybe you could have told me that they did it that day. I check it every day, right? I'm on Facebook usually a good bit, um, most days, at least in the evenings after it's usually why I probably can't go to sleep, because I'm trying to catch up on my Facebook stuff. So bizarre. Um, Marianne says, we are supposed to be warmer than that. See? Y'all, what's happening? What is happening? Um, my feet are getting cold. I'll say that right now. I wore my Crocs and no socks today because it was so nice. So I started a little late today because um, I couldn't sleep last night. And so I don't know what time I was up till 3:30, 4:35, something like that in the morning, just sitting in bed, like trying to sleep. But then I would like think of something. I'm like, oh, I better check on that. It was one of those kind of nights, and I'm on my phone longer than I should have been. And I just could not like settle in. Um, and I was probably making Barnaby and Gilbert crazy because Barnaby's sitting right next to me, and he's every time the phone light comes on, he's like, Dad, let's go to bed. Um, but I could not sleep. My brain just kept going, and I had to keep looking at stuff and checking on stuff. And um, so hopefully tonight will be better. We'll see. But I got up a little late today. The cats were like, it's time to eat. It's time to eat. It's time to eat. And finally, at one point, the cats would not let me sleep any longer. Like they were insistent. Normally they bang on the door and then they go away. But Barnaby got up and started kissing on me. Um, Gertie would not stop banging on the door, and Andrew had finally fallen asleep at some point, and I didn't want him to have to wake up. So I let her in, and then Ida Bell came up and started banging on the door and would not stop. So I let her in, and then she comes in, and she is a talker. So she's in the bedroom just talking away, talk, 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 talk. I'm like, you are going to wake up your daddy. And so I had to get out of bed and go down and feed them and get myself ready. I actually went for a run early today, which was something I don't haven't been able to do. I like running in the evening, and I've been trying to, I've been kind of doing that thing where you want to do something and you get mad when you can't do it the way you want to do it, but it also isn't helping you get it done. So I keep wanting to run in the evening, but our work schedule does not permit me to run in the evenings. Like we start these lives at 7:30. If I want to run anytime after that, it's like at midnight practically, before everything is done and I am actually done with the live and tallying things and invoicing and separating and all that. So um, I've convinced myself now that I've got to do it in the mornings. I have to do it when I wake up. So I got up, fed the cats, um, took my vitamins, took my medication, and told myself, "You're going running, whether you like it or not, whether you feel like because I woke up late, and so I was like, I need to get doing stuff. And I said, you're doing it. This is going to be part of your routine now. You're going to get up and exercise. Um, and um, I realize I've been telling myself that I need to get up earlier so I can do this stuff, but I really just need to build it into the things. Like, it doesn't matter what time I wake up. I do the same things as soon as I wake up, whenever that is. If I wake up really early, I do the same things that I would do if I woke up later. It doesn't really change. Like, I don't, if I wake up super early, I don't kind of like leisurely, you know, walk around the house and sip some tea and do that because I got up early. I just start getting myself ready the same way I would, and generally sit down at the computer. If I'm not coming up here to the cottage right away, I sit down at the computer at home and start working. So it really doesn't matter what time I wake up, I do the same process. And so I finally kind of am realizing that. And I'm like, you just need to add running into the process, and things will start to adjust and work themselves out, right? So I went running, and I went for a mile, a little over a mile by the time I got home. And I had thought, this is going to take so long. I ran like, it's the first time I've run. I think my mile was a mile in 16 minutes or 18 minutes, something like that, which is slow for like a runner, but is much shorter than I had in my head thought it was going to take. So I got home after the mile, and I did a little bit of stretching outside. And while I was stretching, I brought the cats out. So that was my whole chance to bring the cats out while I was doing something for me too. And did some stretching, brought the cats out. And then sorry, after I took the cats back in, I went to get myself ready and went grocery shopping because we were starting to run out of some things. Um, like, we have some things, but we don't have things to go with those things. So I went grocery shopping, and I had to pick up some more cat food. They were starting to get low, and I don't want to run low on them. And did a not a huge shopping trip, but a restock kind of trip, more than we normally are daily, because we go grocery shopping almost every single day for something. But this was more of a restock kind of weekly or every 2 week kind of trip, and picked some stuff out and came home and started making some lunch. I made air fried small potatoes, the little purple and yellow and red kind of tiny potatoes. I air fried those and put them in an omelet with onions and red peppers, well, red bell peppers, and cheese, and then put some ranch over it and chopped up some tomatoes on top. And we had that for lunch. And I'd gotten Andrew up because he was still resting but starting to move around. So I didn't want him to miss out on food though. And then I had picked up some a fruit platter. I've noticed that our grocery store, they've been doing these fruit platters, and if you go in there at certain times, like if they haven't sold a fruit platter, it's like it's going to expire today or tomorrow. Like, you should, or sell by today, tomorrow. They mark them at like half price. So that's what I've been doing, is buying those because they're half price. It's already fruit cut up. It's going to last us a good long time. Well, a few days, because that's all it's going to last. But we're going to eat it anyway, and it saves us money, and they're good. So we had a little bit of fruit after that, and then I came up here to the cottage and started sorting out some things and kind of getting my shipping area ready for the week and sorting out some stuff for tonight. So that's been my day. How's everybody? How was your weekend? How was your day? Not many people are talking about too much in their weekend or their day. What are y'all doing? What's happening? Don't just listen to me. Let me know how you're doing too, because I know what I did. And while you might or may not find it interesting what I did, I would love to hear about what you all did. Um, Me talking about myself is very much less interesting than me hearing about your day to me. Um, let's see. Susan's here. Hello, Susan. Leslie's here. Says good evening, William. Good evening, Leslie. Thanks for joining us. Everybody's saying hi. Yeah, thanks for being here. Let me make sure I didn't miss. I'm going to refresh Facebook here because I want to make sure I didn't miss any comments. See where Andrew is. Um, Susie says, I always get the half price fruit platters. Yeah, they're so good. Like, and the thing about it, okay, so fruit platters, I'm not a huge fan of cantaloupe and like honeydew melons. Um, I'm getting better with age. When I was younger, I hated them. Never, cantaloupe, ugh. But I'm getting better and I can eat it now and I can pretty much enjoy it. It's okay. Um, but when you get those platters on like the day or the day before they're going to like the sell by date, they are so juicy and the fruit is so good. Like I literally am like it's so nice to actually see them because I know if I bought them before that, they're not as good. They're not as good at all. Um, let's see here. Um, Kimberly says, I chilled most of the weekend, just gave myself a brain break. Oh, good. Everybody needs that sometimes, right? Mary says, our fruit platters are discounted on the last day, but only by about 40%. This is about half, it's ours are about half off. I think it's pretty much half off. It's not quite 50%, but it's very close, closer than 40. Um, yeah, they're so good. They're so good. Um, Anyway, that's what I did today, and here I am. Here I am with all of you. Thank you for joining us today. And like I said, today, for those of you who had missed the beginning, we have all new stuff today. Andrew worked with some of our vendors, negotiated some things. He picked out some things, worked through lists of stuff. He tried to find some things that you all have been asking for, but also some new things. He really did a great job of, I think, keeping prices contained. Like I said, new things are hard right now because prices have gone up, and we are still not used to it. And we feel bad if we have to charge you something that we feel seems way out of character for us. Even though it is what it is these days, right? We have to keep going. Um, but Andrew did a really great job of, I think, getting you really good prices on this stuff. It's really nice, really quality things. The prices I feel like are not any more than what we normally would charge on things. To be perfectly honest, some of them are a little bit higher. Some of them I was like, oh, in my head. But just because it's like just over, I'm like, could I bring it down? I'm like, oh, I want to bring it down like a few dollars more, but I couldn't. Nothing is crazy. I will tell you that. There is nothing here that I'm like, we shouldn't have gotten that, because he wouldn't have bought it. He just wouldn't do that. So he did a really good job of pricing these out with the vendors and getting them. And I think you're gonna love it. I hope. This is this is what we do. So I hope you love them. Um, Let me see what everybody's saying here. Norma says, I went out to breakfast on Saturday and had a long phone conversation with a good friend. Sunday, we had a potluck at church along with an informative presentation about being dementia friendly. Oh, that's interesting. Um, that's probably a good thing to know. Probably about a very good thing to know. Susie says, I know if you purchase a cantaloupe, they are sometimes not ripe. When you buy the tray, they are delicious. Yeah. And I don't even, like I said, I'm not a fan. I'm not going like, oh, yes, cantaloupe. I wish I could be because um, that's what they fill up the trays with the most, right? Like anytime you get a fruit thing somewhere, um, like even our or our sheets, the convenience store, they well, the gas station, they have fruit cups, and it's mainly always you get like one or two grapes in there, and then it's all filled with melons, not watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew, green melon. But I'm getting better at it, and these ones are actually really good. They're really good. But if you got the tray earlier when it wasn't almost expiring, or sell by dating, um, it's not as good. They're like too unripe yet. Norma says, I got some info about resources for my friend who is a caretaker for her mother with Alzheimer's. That's awesome. That is really awesome. Um, Leslie said, I had my first live last Friday. I don't know how you do it. I was exhausted. Yeah, it's one of those things, right? You've got to be on, right? And even if you're not feeling on, the pure fact of doing it is more energy than you would spend like on almost anything else, right? Like no matter what we do, alive takes more energy than almost everything. I could go out and mow the lawn and it would not take as much energy from me as alive takes. Between thinking of something to say, between worrying about if people are watching in the back of your mind, between, showing things and talking about things and trying to find new things to say about things, it is really it's an I don't want to say it's exhausting. It is. That sounds kind of like almost negative, right? It's not in a negative way, because I love doing it, but it does deplete you. By the end of these lives, when we've gone 3 to 5 hours, like a total request live, um, you know, that's a rough one. Those are rough. And normally like these lives that we do on the weekdays, they're like 3 hours long, and they're every day, and they are, like I said, they're one of my favorite things that we do in our business. So I don't mind doing them, and I actually like doing them. But do I wish that we got more viewers for the amount of energy that you put into it? Yes, I do. I'm thankful for all of you who do watch, but I do wish that we could up our viewer count. That's a realistic thing as far as a business thing that I really do wish was a factor. But because it just takes so much energy. And it's one of those things that, like, you don't know, like we get so many people that talk about, why is this ring so expensive, or why is this pendant you made so expensive, until we teach them how to do it and they do one of their own, and then they're like, I have countless times heard people say, I am never going to complain about a handmade price again. um, and that's kind of what doing a live is, right? You see people doing lives and you're like, oh, they're just getting in front of the camera and they're talking, and they're just kind of chill. And it's not that. It's so much more than that, when you have to worry about everything going on, and it's exhausting. It's tiring, but I enjoy it. So I would rather do that exhausting thing than do something else that's equally exhausting and terrible. So yeah. um let's see. um Kimberly says, I like the pineapple strawberry cups. Me too. Me too. How was the live, Leslie? Other than exhausting, how was it? How did it go? I hope it went well for you. I don't mean to gloss over that. We really hope you did well. I'm sorry that we missed it. I don't know when you had it, but Friday's my day at the store, and then we did a live on Friday night. So I don't know when you had it. Sorry I missed it. Um, I'll have to go back and check our replay if you still have it up for replay. Hey, Anna. Thanks for joining us. We've got all new stuff today, Anna. It's going to be fun. Um, Marianne says, watermelon here is part of our trays in the summer, but yes, usually cantaloupe, honeydew, pineapple, and maybe strawberries. Grapes are not used that much unless you are prepared to pay a premium. Well, this tray today, let me tell you, for $9 today, I got a tray that was about this big, about that tall, and it was filled with cantaloupe, honeydew, some grapes, a few grapes, not a lot, but a few grapes, like 3 strawberries, mango, and pineapple for $9. So for me, I think that was really good. That's going to last us probably, if I eat it like I want to eat it, it'll last probably only through tonight. But it will cover, like, We had it for lunch. We're gonna probably have some for dinner for a snack. Maybe for lunch tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see if I can contain myself. I have a hard time holding myself back from fruit. I eat a lot of fruit. I like fruit. If it's available, I will eat it. Um, but yeah, it was yeah, it'll still last us a long time. Um, Anna says, so grateful you do the lives. Thank you. We're grateful for you for watching. We wouldn't do these still if people weren't watching. Like I said, I wish more people, and I don't mean that to take anything away from those of you who do watch. We're super appreciative of it. Um, but it's a lot of energy that we put into these. And you always want your input, your output, your input to feel like you want them to match. And if we could double the number of people that watched, even that would be amazing. We generally get about 20 people watching. If we could get 40 people watching a day, that would be amazing. And it could help to really change our business. um, it's those things, like when you're in business and when you're a small business, you feel these plateaus sometimes. And you're like, if we could just do that, it wouldn't take much. Like getting an extra 20 people to watch something, I feel like should not be out of the realm of possibility, right? Out of billions of people in the world, finding 20 more to watch our show that like what we do. I hope our stuff is likable enough that 20 more people might watch someday. Um, but we keep doing this because this is how we do things. And we are, like I said, I don't want that to take anything away from those of you who do watch us. We are super appreciative of all of you who watch. Um, and these lives are what keep us going most of the time. Our online store is picking up, and we appreciate that too. But these lives are what help us keep going. It's why we do them daily. It's why we hang out. I also like doing it, so it's kind of an excuse for me to hang out with you all. But yeah. Uh, Let's see. Kimberly says, I finally opened my last AG box and recorded the unboxing. Even that drains your energy. Oh, good. You have, and I meant to say this on Friday's live because I think it was Thursday night. Again, sitting in bed. I think it was Thursday night. I went back through your channel, and you have a ton of videos that you've recorded since I last looked, which I'm ashamed to say, um, because I need to look at it more often. But you have been busy. Um, you don't tell us about that enough, Kimberly. That's what I was like, why did she not tell us that she's been recording and doing all of these videos? You have a ton of stuff on your channel right now. A lot of unboxings, a lot of different things. And yeah, I was really surprised. And I shouldn't be, because I try to check in on that kind of stuff, but I've been missing it lately. So good job. Good job on that. And thank you for doing another one for us. I need to take a look at it. Hopefully it went well. Um, Hopefully everything was good. Um, but yeah, I need to take a look at that, and we'll share that too. Um, Kimberly says, it's so hard to keep up with the chat during lives. Yeah. It's hard, I think, on both sides of things, right? It's hard for me to keep up with the chat. It's hard for me to think of things to chat about. But I think it's also harder for people to try to keep up too, um, sometimes, because they're trying to watch, but also probably doing other things in the meantime. Because, I mean, people are not going to sit still and generally watch us for 3 hours at a time. I know y'all do other things while we're doing this. Um, but yeah, but it does help. And if you've ever done a live, you know how much it can help um, when people actually give you something to talk about, right? um, unless you have a skit prepared, and we don't do that. We don't prepare like our lines in advance and here's what we're going to talk about. We just, off the cuff, here we go. um, Len says, oh, hell no, I've done a TRL for 4 hours with you. I was like busted, like a busted biscuit afterwards. No chance to drink water or pee or sit down. Yeah, either you're sitting down, like I'm sitting here doing it the whole time. I try to stand every once in a while, and sit and stand. Andrew's sitting or standing most of the time looking for stuff. Len was here with us doing one, and it was a like 4.5 hour one. Um, and they were running around and helping, and you don't go to the bathroom. It's a marathon, y'all. Like, I don't go to the bathroom for 3 hours doing these lives most days, right? Even though I drink a lot of water. Sometimes I've really got to go to the bathroom, but we press on, we get through it. But yeah, it's really one of those things. Like, it's exhausting, but it is in the most kind of wonderful way, I guess is the way to say it. Leslie said, poor choice of words. It was actually a lot of fun. Good. But you're right. It's exhausting. It's not necessarily a poor choice of words. Exhausting does kind of give it that, sometimes most people use that as, a term, like it's terrible, like worn out. But it exhausts you. But usually it's because um, you've given a lot of energy to something, and hopefully something that you've enjoyed. So yeah. And it says always room for more customers. Yes. In a business, when it is your livelihood, we will accept more customers. It means nothing about, it's nothing ill toward the ones that we have and the friends that we already have and the people who support us. But yes, if anyone else would like to buy more beads, we can do a lot more things if people keep buying more and more beads. Believe me, we have things in the back of our minds that we don't even try to bring to the light. Um, Sometimes we daydream about them, but we don't even try that hard to bring them to light because we don't have the resources for it yet. But we would love to. We would love to do it. So if you've got friends, if you know anybody who might like watching us, who might want to be a customer and they're not already, please show them the way. Um, we would really appreciate that. Kimberly says, I don't like to self-promote on other channels. I find it rude of me to do. Um, as long as you're not necessarily And I'm back. As I was saying, there is a fine line, I think, in that. I understand the self-promotion thing. And, I know you work with other businesses too. And we generally are very thankful when people do not talk about other businesses. Um, because that's kind of, one, it's pushing people onto another business, which, if we have a relationship with them, we're always happy. Like, we've talked about Lenka and Raven's Journey beads and that kind of thing, when we do trunk shows and Laura Lunsford. And, we are happy to do that, as long as we have a good working relationship with people. So we're appreciative when you don't talk about other businesses, but you are also somebody that we care about, and you are a friend of ours, and we want your channel to do well, because hopefully you're not going to do well and then forget about us. That that is, hopefully if you do well, we will also do well because you're doing well, and you will continue grabbing things from us, and we will continue sharing the wealth all over. And that's how we like to believe that the world will happen. It doesn't always happen like that. We have seen it in the past where, it doesn't happen like that, where we have helped people get to places and they forget about us. Um, but we've also had the opposite where we've helped people and they have been super thankful and, kind of that forever friend. So that's what we try to, mindset and set our minds toward is, you know helping each other. And, there's room for everything. We don't do unboxings. obviously. We're not going to unbox and tell people our sources for things because we are selling those things, right? It's different from what you do. And so um, it's a whole different thing. And so we don't mind if you come in and say, "Hey, friends, I dropped a video today." We would be happy to, you know, let people know about that, and I would like to know so I can go watch it later. Because otherwise, my brain, like I said, I have that time delineation. What do they call that? Time dilation, time where I think I haven't done something for a week, and then I realize I haven't done something for 4 weeks. It's a real thing, y'all, and it happens to me often. So um, I try to fight it, but sometimes it gets me. Um, let's see here. Kimberly also says lives are fun and exhausting. Yes, yes. Marianne says I feel that way after a work day. Imagine my work day ending like that. Like I've done a whole work day and then I do a live, which is exhausting on its own. Um, I try to imagine myself as still young. I am still young. I still have the energy. Um, yeah. I have realized how not young I am sometimes with we had so that's another thing. So yesterday at the shop, we had the girls from Jada's and the Gilded Bob and their one daughter came in. And they were kind of all around the same age and they didn't know each other. So they made best of friends with each other right away. I love that kids have the ability to do that. You know, it's just amazing. Um, they meet each other, they're around the same age, and suddenly they're best of friends hanging out. And they were in the shop making things. They made necklaces and bracelets and earrings. The one was braiding the other's hair. It was amazing to see. But they talked about their ancient teacher. And I said, how old is your, I mean, they are like 12, 13 years old. I said, how old is your ancient teacher? And they said, oh, she's like 30 or 40. And I said, oh, well, all right. I see how you feel about me now. Um, but it was, yeah, it was it's fun to hang around teenagers or preteens, right? Um, but yeah, so I still try and think of myself as young and having energy, but I am not as young and I do not have as much energy as I used to. So yeah, it's funny. Um, let's see here. Time to reconnect, says Kimberly, right? Um, early today. Well, that was at 51 minutes. That was a little bit late today. Um, let's see. Kimberly says, "Oh, always, I got to have my William and Andrew art and beads." Good. Thank you. We appreciate that. Tell others. Tell others they need our beads too. Vicky, hey, Vicky. Thanks for joining us. Says, treat others how you want to be treated. Always, right? I think so. Like, I want people to we ask you every single day to please tell your friends about us, right? What would it be like if we sat here and you says I dropped a video and we didn't allow you to do that or comment on that, right? What sense would that make? We want people to follow you as well. You're unboxing our things. Hopefully I did a good job packing them so that when you unbox them, they look good and people want to also join in on the fun, right? Um uh Let's see here. Kimberly says, I love that thing too. Marianne says, but I am a little old lady. You can be that if you want. You can be that. I'm not ready to be that yet. Um, trying. Yeah, I think one of the hard things in my life is I have never ever visualized myself at this age. Like when I was young, I visualized myself as younger, and I visualized myself as like an old man. Um, but it's like that middle that I never really thought about much. Like you think about you as you're young, and maybe a few years later when you can drive, um, and you visualize it. I visualize myself as like older, like walking around, needing a cane, possibly, you know what? But I never, I never visualized myself in this age. So it's really interesting to think about sometimes. Um, anyway, Vicky says I snuck in. Good. Um, and Kimberly says, as you go, four shades of red at that thought. I know. I'm also sunburned a little bit because I was outside today and forgot to put on the sunscreen before I left the house, which does not help. Um, but yeah, let's see. Kimberly says, "Oh, I tell my friends. I know you've got some of your friends coming joining us, which I appreciate. I need to get over there. I don't know everyone's schedule. Like I know Dominique goes live. I think she goes live though, like usually like right before we start, um, like at 7 or something. So it's hard for me to watch hers. But I need to figure out people's schedules and try to partake in some of those when I can. Like I sit and do shipping most of the days, and I can have my YouTube playing. I have a TV here because I find having a TV in the background helps me the most as far as staying, you know, calm enough to keep doing the repetitive work that it is. Um, and so I can watch people, but I don't know anyone's schedule, and I really need to do that. I need to check up on that. Um, Kimberly says, I love to unwrap those little packages of goodies. Oh, good. Good, good, good. I like wrapping them up. I, for a while, tried not to wrap them as much. I tried to do mostly just plastic and wrap things up. It didn't feel right. It was faster, but it didn't feel right. Um, Kimberly says, and it's always a surprise because I completely forget what I've bought. Yeah, I get that. A lot of people do hold with us for a while. And that's fine. We have no problem with that. And but I totally get that. And it's kind of the nature of how we do this, right? Like unless you're really organized and like screenshotting everything, and some of you do, I know, screenshot everything and organize yourselves. Um, but yeah, it's it I get it. It's difficult because we're doing this every day and we're throwing stuff out at you, right? At least 30 lots a day. And you're grabbing them and not knowing if you're getting them until you get an invoice, and then you'd have to reference that against whatever you tried to screenshot. It's a lot of work on your end. I know that, y'all. But we appreciate it nonetheless. Um, Angela's here. Hello, Angela. Thanks for joining us. Um, Marianne says, I'm not sure I want to be that either, but after slinging around boxes of stuff, I feel tired. Yeah, I bet. I feel tired. So I don't think like, I don't know. I give you a lot of credit for going to work and doing the things you do um, now, because it's hard work. It's hard work. Let's see here. Vicky says, I could never do an unboxing video. The drool would probably be off-putting. That's why some people stay off the camera, right? Try not to drool. You got a drool catcher here off camera. Kimberly says, yeah, Neek is live at 7 Eastern time on Tuesday and Thursday, and I moderate for her. Um, yeah, that's what I thought. I kind of got that from trying to look at her stuff. And obviously I'm not going to be able to do that because I'm getting ready for hours at that point. But I should try to rewatch. I did rewatch one or two of them at one point to try to see what she does. It's really cool. But yeah, I feel bad that I don't. I feel bad because she's tuning into the D stash. She's popping in there and she's popping in here oftentimes, and I feel bad I don't get to pop in over there as much as I'd like to. Um, Anna says, "What's organize?" Right? Yeah. Organize, terrible. Kieran says, I tried that once and it didn't work for me. Too much work. Yeah. All right, y'all. Let me get into the live because even though I am feeling better from my cold, I still have a little bit of an energy drain. And I'm feeling like, look, I definitely got sun today. I went running and then I was out with the cats, and then I realized I didn't put my sunscreen on because I threw off my schedule by doing something new today. So I'm a little bit extra exhausted from feeling like I feel that. I feel like it's almost like it's like a fever, but it's not. Um, but I'm also not 100. Like I feel better from my cold. I'm over it completely now, but my body is still feeling the exhaustion. Um, Plus, I did an exercise thing today, which I have not done in a long time. So I'm going to flip the camera around, and we're going to look at all this new stuff today. We've got all new stuff. If you've just joined in, and you haven't been here the whole time, we've got all new stuff. New stuff. Andrew negotiated for good prices. I think. I think they're really good. There were like one or two or three things that I was like, oh, I wish we could bring it down a few more dollars, but a few dollars is not a big deal at all. Not a big deal at all. Kimberly says, yes, totally why I'm off camera. Kimberly says, you can always pop in on our Saturday lives. When do you have Saturday lives? Is that your lives with friends that you get together and do stuff? Because if I'm at the store and it's not busy, I could definitely pop in and check them out. But yeah, I can get with people. We're also trying to, we're thinking like we know we do not branch out and do the lives with other people very often. It's something that it's hard for us to coordinate, just because we go live so often, that coordinating with someone else and the nature of our things that we sell, we don't sell like a bunch of any one thing other than some of the pewter line. So that's something that we could kind of maybe do. But we would also like to try to get together and do more lives on live with other people. Um, so that's something that we're kind of looking into. And if you know anybody who's wanting to partner with people and do things like that, it is something that we're considering and thinking about doing. We've been in the bead business a long time. Um, I don't know, we would have to find ways that we kind of jive with other people and what they do and what we do and try and get something together. But, other people do it. So there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to do it. Um, Kimberly says there's a group of us that go live Saturday evenings here and there. We just hang out and bead. We will be live this Saturday. Leslie will be with us on 5:30. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, if you ever want us to do something like that with you, or if you'd want to hang out or make something like that happen, um, we're up for collaborating. People don't ask us much. I don't know why. Um, Maybe it's because we've been doing it for so long, or because we do this so often, or I don't know. But people don't ask us to collaborate very often. So, um, but we are open to that. So if you know anybody who wants to, have them hit us up, and we'll see what we can do. Um, Maybe people don't want to with us, so maybe that's the whole thing too. I don't know, because it's really weird. Because a lot of that happens, but we don't get asked very often to do that, and I don't know why that is. But yeah. Anyway, let me flip this camera around, and we will look at the new stuff. As Marianne says, so exciting. It is. It's very exciting, y'all. Okay, let's flip this camera back ultra wide. And you know what I did too? I pre-prepared. I don't even have to write the I don't even have to write the slips today. I pre-wrote them. We used to do that when we first started our lives. I would pre-write all the slips, prices out and all that every day. We wouldn't do it on the fly like that, like we normally do. So I did that today. I pre-wrote everything. I had a few minutes and did that. Let's see here. Kimberly says, "Oh, I would totally be down, and I know my gals would love it too." Yeah, I don't know why people don't ask us. Um, Maybe it's because we kind of do stick to doing our own thing a lot of times, but people never ask us, or rarely ask us to coordinate lives or do lives with them. It's so weird to me, I think, because we do them so often, but people don't ask. It's weird, right? Maybe they don't want to. Maybe I don't know. It also goes to that whole thing. Who knows what people are saying about us sometimes? Because we've heard wild things sometimes. There's been a few things that have been said about us in the past. But I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna start with these. Look at you being prepared, says Kimberly. I know, right? Look at that. So this is new. These are new lots. NEW, new one. Again, even though they're new, we're giving you viewers a discount on most of these things. Not all of them, but the majority of them we're gonna give you a discount, even though they're brand new. We should just stay at that price, right? But we're not for you all. We appreciate you watching. You get the best prices that we can offer, especially on new items. So these are 3mm faceted round strawberry quartz. Beautiful strawberry quartz, 3mm faceted rounds. And these strands are, they're very close to 16 inches. They're like 15.5-inch strands. And it's really pretty. Let me get my light back closer over here. There we go. That's better. I was like, why is it so dim? Because my light's way up in the sky. So very beautiful strawberry quartz. They were $18. I'm going to do them at $15 for you. There are 6 strands available. $15 a strand, strawberry quartz, 3mm faceted rounds. Marianne says, pink? You started with pink. I know, Marianne. I know. Kimberly says, I have never heard anything negative about you guys, and if they tried, I would shut it down. I don't play like that. Thank you. Yeah, I never know. I never know, because like I don't know why people don't ask us to do more things. But we try to have the fun with people when we can. Let me get the penny over here. So got that penny. Yummy Jemmy micros. Yeah, nice microfaceted to start the show tonight. And then ooh, these are some nice citrine. New too. New, I can't believe we could still getting really good prices. Citrine, I want to say nuggets, but they're like big chips. Whatever you want to call them. Marianne says, oh well, someone will love them. Kind of big chips or nuggets. I don't know. Oops, my strand is coming apart. The knot came out. Hold on, let me see if I can re-knot it. My hands are too big for this sometimes, though. No, there is a knot. It's just too big or too small for that. Anyway, there we go. Large citrine. Excuse me, y'all. Let's see here. These are about 15-inch strands. I have noticed that some of the strands are not 16 inches anymore. They're like 14, 15-inch strands, which is probably how they're also keeping the prices a little bit more in line. But this is beautiful citrine nuggets, chips, large chips. And they're, wildly different as chips are. This chip is about 18 millimeters. This one is about, 13. So somewhere in there. Chunky chips, says Kimberly, right? Chunky chips. And we've got 5 of these strands available, only $15 per strand, which I think, if we bought this vintage, that's about what that would be. Like if we had those vintage, I really don't think like $18, $15 for that is really any different, which is nice to see in today's world. They really glow, says Andrew. I know, right? Under this light, they look good under regular sunlight. There's Andrew. Where you at, Andrew? What's happening? I thought you were going to be home for. I said, you got to pick me up. I'm going to be sleeping at the cottage. Look at these glowy chips. So nice chips. Now the next one, I only have one strand available. Vicky says, William, you don't sound completely recovered. Please take care of yourself. Oh, my cough, that's stuff just coming out. It is fine. Thank you though. I appreciate your concern. It's my body trying to get rid of all the stuff. So I don't know if everyone is like this in a cold. I'm assuming most people, like, I can't be special that way, but I get a cold, I get stuffy, and then it starts to break up, and then it's just like the most noisy, congested sounding stuff, but it's all like my body just kind of expelling it. Expelling, is that a word? Expectorate, something. Anyway, that's what it is. I know I sound terrible, but I am. I can tell it's over. Because my energy went from like this much to like back to normal. It was like Saturday night, Sunday morning. I could feel a noticeable difference. Andrew says, I jumped on a meeting. Andrew says the couch pulls out. I don't want to sleep here with no food and no bathroom. Well, the outhouse. Hovering is not my idea of going to the bathroom. Anyway, one strand of these are aquamarine. Look at these big nuggets, y'all. Aquamarine large nuggets. New 3. There's only one strand of these. They were 36. They're now 32. Expelling is a word. Okay, good. Sometimes I know I make up things. Being a language person, sometimes you make up things in your head that sound like they are real, or sometimes you take another language and make a word from that. It happens. 16 millimeters by 23 millimeters approximately. Those are super chunky, says Kimberly. Yeah, if you like big beads, these are beautiful aquamarine. Look at that blue. They are nice. Nice big blue aquamarine. One strand available, only $32 for that strand. Get it while it's hot, y'all. Get it while it's hot. Like I said, these prices that we're marking things down to are good for this show and the replay. So usually like 24 hours only, then these prices are going to go up. Some of these things may go into our online store. I didn't put anything in our online store. I realized that too late on Sunday to do anything about it. But my life at the store was busier this weekend, so I didn't get anything in the online store this weekend. So I'm going to try and do stuff either this week or maybe just wait till this weekend. But yeah, anyway, they'll be at that price at least. Now these coming up are sunstone. These are natural sunstone, and they're these pebbles, and you'll see some really nice look some really nice flashing going on in some of these. And I really love this kind of I don't know, they have good patterns, like they have good flashing. They also have like some cracks and things in them, which I think is amazing. I love a good matrix, or a good, I don't want to say a crusty look because that sounds terrible, but I like that rustic. Let's say rustic look. Um, let's see. Marion said that's how new words enter a language. It's true. Vicky says, I've never been expelled from a live sale yet. Andrew said, language is fluid, so inventing new words is part of how language evolves and grows. It's true. So juicy. Oh, we sold N3. Thank you so much. N3 has sold. Organic look, says Kimberly. There you go. Organic, rustic. I really love beads like this. They are, I don't know, I love them. Again, these are about a 14-inch strand. And these beads, I'll just pick one here, about 10 millimeters by about 12. 10 by 12. Citrusy, says Vicky. Yes, they are citrusy, right? New for $16 a strand only instead of 18. We've got 5 strands of those available. I'm going to put new 3 away since it has sold. Thank you for grabbing that. Somebody liked that funky aqua. Thought that was worth it. They have personalities in Kimberly, like me. I just love this stuff because like I want to put these sunstone with like some Roman glass beads. I think that would be beautiful with like Roman glass and maybe some brass, some vintage brass, kind of coin. Make a bracelet out of that. Can you imagine that with some Roman glass, with the glass that has the patina that flashes, and then you get some of these flashes happening, and then you put it with some brass, like an old brass coin bead, or some of our Indonesian brass. That'd be super, super awesome. Or the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter. Let's go gold, y'all. I'll put that with gold. Mix these two together. Look at that. Look at that. The citrine, some of the citrine already has some of that kind of color in it. Look how fun those would be together. Like I can make a bracelet out of that for sure. Those two together in a bracelet, 100%. Love it. And at $15 and $16 a strand, super, super good prices, I think. Kimberly says, "Oh, you are talking my language," right? I love it. All right, let me move on. Let me also check my junk because I did not check the junk folder. Make sure nobody I see that we know is going in there. No, we're all good. All good. Kimberly says, "I love the chocolate citrine." I know, right? It's the dark color, the dark. It's pretty. All right. Now here's one. New 5. These are an amazing price. Andrew did a very good job with these. Hold on. I want to pull them apart. Let me cut these here real quick. Because I'll show y'all individual strands too. Okay. These are natural rubies. These are natural rubies, approximately 3 millimeter rondelles. Look at these microfaceted rondelles, 3 millimeter natural rubies, y'all. Rubies in all their natural kind of color forms. My guess is some of those more orangey ones are, and the yellow are sapphires, because that's, ruby and sapphire is the same thing. Some of these bluer ones, but I would say rubies and sapphires on this, but it's really the same thing. It's really the same stone. Only $28 a strand. Look at how pretty those strands are. Oh, it's like Fruity Pebbles up in here, y'all. Kimberly says, "Look at that color mix." I know. And you're talking like, look, oh, so nice. Only $28 a strand for natural rubies / sapphires. I'm going to say they're both. 32 originally, bringing it down to 28 for you all. It's new 5. Only 3 strands. These 3 strands are available. $28 a strand. Oops. Look at that. Look how beautiful this is. This whole little selection right here. We pulled out the blue because somebody bought it. But look at these colors. Look at these together. You think this? Look at those, y'all. Use those rubies and sapphires as spacers between the sunstone. What? What? How amazing are those? I would like, I did not plan this in any particular way. I just pulled things that Andrew got and started putting prices and pricing out stuff. But this whole look right here is making me want to make something, because there's even yellow. There's like yellow sapphires. There's an orangey one. There's like yellow sapphires in there. You can mix all of these up and they'd be so fun together. We've sold one of the 5s so far. Thank you so much. We have 2 still left. The rubies and sapphires. Vicky says gorgeous. Kimberly says, if my phone were here in the kitchen with me, you would have an email. I'm surprised we don't have more emails on these, to be 100% honest. We've only got 3 of these. That's it. We've got 5 of these. I'm surprised no one has grabbed it. These are one of my favorite things tonight, honestly. Anyway, totally drooling, says Kimberly. I feel you. Because I am drooling and they're our stones, but I'm trying to sell them before I steal all of them to make stuff with. But I think the next creative make-along is going to be fun because I got new things to play with and I'm already designing in my head. Kimberly says, better go get to my phone. Okay, taking a drink. Sorry, everybody. And then, of course, it's not us without some fun stuff, right? Andrew got some fun stuff. These are these teeny tiny. They're $3 a strand, down from $3.50. They are these teeny tiny polymer clay heshies. Nope. We just sold another 5, so we've only got 1 of those left. Look at these neon green polymer clay heishi beads, these polymer heishis. Neon green. And these are about 3 millimeters. 1, 2, 3. 3 millimeters. Neon green heishis. These are really fun to use as spacers. My nephew grabbed a strand of these in bright orange to put between his magnesite beads that he was using on his necklace, and it looked so good. I was like, he's a 3-year-old designing stuff, and I'm like, I wanted to take it from him and design it, because I'm like, ooh, I could do this with them and this with them. But I didn't. I let him design it all by himself. He did a great job, but I was having fun, and these are my color. I love this bright kind of lime green, limey. It's yellow but green. I love it. Let's see. Norma says the problem is all new stuff but limited funds. If I buy everything in the beginning, what happens when I love something later? The decisions are hard. I get that. Marion says, reminds me of neon lights. They're so bright. They are bright. All right, we've just sold the last 5. So those are all gone. Thank you all for grabbing those. We have no more of 5 available. Seal that bag shut. All right, let's move 6 down. I get you, Norma. Totally get you. New 7. Now these are super fun too. Let me cut one off here because I'm going to run out of room if I keep putting multiple. Well, I'm not putting multiples out there other than those. These are $22. They were $28. This is one I brought down a little bit further than I should have, just because. But they're really nice. They're these amethyst stars, amethyst star-shaped beads. New 7. $22 for the strand. I've got 3 strands. I didn't write that on there. Let me put that on there for you and for me later. Norma says, "Well, the decision on 5 was made for me." See, that's the hard thing, right? I get it. I totally get it. Marion says, "Know that feeling, Norma." So these are these beautiful stars. These are 14-inch strand, and they are approximately 10 millimeter stars. 10 millimeter amethyst stars. People who like star beads, people who like amethyst. I love amethyst. It's my birthstone. Really pretty, really well done, really good color. There's an assortment of color in them. Amethyst stars, new 7, $22. Well, it wants to do what it's going to do, so I'm going to let it do what it's doing. All right. Let's see here. Anything else? Let's check that. Okay. Let's move this over to here. Oh, these are nice now. I love these. New 8. New 8 was $7.50 for the lot, bringing them down to $6 for you all. These are a carved bone, but they're dyed in a white and blue. Dyed in a white and blue. We don't see it dyed blue very often. We had some vintage ones that were dyed blue, and I think they're all gone. So these are carved bone tubes. And these tubes, they're different sizes, but they are approximately 16 millimeters by about 10, let's say. And you get a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them for $6. 12 of them for $6. Hand carved bone tubes in a blue. It's really nice. And they really are like, look at this. Look at this. It's just so beautiful. We've sold one of the 7s. Thank you so much. That's the stars, $22. 2 of them still available. Let's see, we've just sold 3 of the 6 lots of the bone tubes. Thank you so much. 3 of the 6 lots of the bone tubes. Thank you, thank you. Stars for Star Cottage Studio, says Len. Nice. Len says, I know I want to see everything, but first, but you can't blink or it's gone. Sometimes, especially new stuff. New stuff is hard to blink on. But I don't know. I've got some of my favorites out here already. I'll say that. Let me move these over a little bit. So we've got 2 of these left. We've got only 3 lots of these left. And let's move it on, y'all. Oh, now this shape, we have a few of this shape tonight. Even though some of them should be priced a little higher, I kept the prices for this shape mostly all the same, I think. Even though some of them command a higher price usually. But to start out for y'all, I love this kind of faceted rectangle or pillow. This is an Amazonite, Russian Amazonite. Was 28 a strand, now 24. These are so nice and such good quality stones. $24 a strand. These strands are over 8 inches. They're like 8.5 inches. We've just sold another one of these, so we're down to only 2 of the bone tubes left. Blue bone tube. Where are you going to get that? So nice. All right. Sorry, one moment, everybody. I changed the color. I know when I do that, sometimes the screen dims out for y'all. But look at the quality of these. Oops. Look at the quality of these. Beautiful stones. I just love this shape. I think for bracelets, it is like either bracelets or earrings, even necklaces. Like this is the shape to have right now. I love it. I feel like it almost is harkening back to like an older kind of style shape, but bringing it back again. Whoops. Just lovely stones. Let me give you the dimensions on these. They are about 11 by 17, about 11 by 17, somewhere in there. These are wonderful. We've just sold one of these already. We have only 3 of them available, so we're down to 2 of those now. And I'm going to have more stones in that shape throughout the evening. So if you love it, get ready, y'all, because they're all nice. They're all nice. All right, I'm going to put one away. Nobody has grabbed number 1. Oh, Andrew's asking about the house. Says at the end of your block, I can't remember the names. They used to have a cat named Socks. Oops, I need the tag. Yeah, somebody was having work done in the house or work done in the lawn, or there's a lot of noise happening in the neighborhood today. I like to see what people are doing, but sometimes we get a little nosy, like, what's going on? There's that citrine. Look at that, y'all. Nobody, not a single person has bought any of that citrine. Y'all are missing out. Just saying. Just saying. Let me put this away. But you've got a lot of good stuff to look at. So if you miss out on the citrine, I guess it's all right. I'm not gonna hound you too much, I guess, right? Whoa, let go. And nobody got one of my favorite stones tonight. All right, y'all. That hurts a little bit. All right. Putting that away. I thought that was I was like, everybody's gonna buy this one. It hurts to be wrong, y'all. All right, let's see here. Let's move this over here. Move this down here. Move this over here. Move this over here. Marianne says, I was tempted by the citrine. Well, maybe it's good you didn't go for the citrine because, Marianne, I know you like carnelian. And this was a $12 strand. Bring it to $8 for a beautiful carnelian strand. Look at these little jelly, little carnelian ovals. Boop, boop, boop. And it says, more left for you to use William Sunstone and citrine necklace. I don't make necklaces. I probably should, maybe. But I barely make necklaces. I like bracelets, but I will make a bracelet out of that 100%. Next creative make along, I should just pull a strand each for myself. Look how nice this carnelian is. We have 5 strands of it. They are about 14-inch strands. And these little pebbles are 8 by 10, approximately. Look how juicy. All right, juicy, juicy. Look at it with this Russian Amazonite. I love those colors together. Look how they make each, like the warm colors start popping out on those. What do y'all think? Do you like that combo? I really like that combo. Beautiful. Beautiful. Anna says, yummy color on those, but add the carnelian too. We've just sold one of the carnelian. Thank you. We have 4 available still. All right. Did you like 9, everybody? Wait till you get a load of 11. Let me cut this from the pink. These are peach moonstone. Peach moonstone in this beautiful shape and really kind of delectable stones. Lovely. Anna says to the bracelet, and that Amazonite is great, right? Look at these. Ooh. Love that. Love a mix of these two. Wouldn't that be nice? We sold another 10, so we're down to only 3 of those. Look at that together. Do some alternating with maybe some gold spacers in between. Maybe if you've got some carnelian Hayshies, I'd love that too. $24, down from 28. Only 2 of these. We were only able to get 2 of these. Susie says, don't know who you're talking about. Don't know socks. It's their house is like kind of, I think, gray and red. They always have beautifully manicured flowers in the front. And they're right at the end of your block. They're right across from Beth. That's who he's talking about, right across from Beth's front porch. Okay. Da, da, da. Did you like 11? Do you like 11? I love 11. Those moonstone. They're kind of peachy. They're kind of gray. They're a peachy gray moonstone. They're really pretty. Boy, it's getting windy out, y'all. The chimes are going wild tonight. New 12, $3. Hold on. Multiple came out. I only want one.
Windy.
I was just saying, it's really windy out there. Hello, Andrew. We've got.
Look in the yard. I'm making some jewelry.
Ooh. You already have one of those.
You might as well
Start making a set. So these I think are a little bit bigger. These I think are 4mm.
What are you showing?
These Heishi polymer clays.
Oh, I think those are so fun.
These are 4 to 5mm. What do they say? They say on there. They say 4x1. They're about 4 or 5mm. And they're this beautiful kind of, if you're planning on the Susie says, oh, Greg. I think that is his name. I'm terrible with names. So your neighbor.
Maybe.
Says, I don't know, haven't gone anywhere in a couple days.
We just saw them doing something. Me and Gilbert, crowd stuff.
Yeah. I saw him out today.
Patty and Greg.
Patty and Greg, is that
Patty?
Is it Patty?
I thought it was Patty and Greg.
Could be.
Because everybody's name was Patty.
It's true, yeah. So these are great for like ocean beachy things. Got any charms, beachy charms you want to put with these? New 12, only $3 each, 6 of them available in that colorway.
I think this would be good for the like Taylor Swift bracelet.
They're great for that. That's what we sold a ton of them for before.
Friendship bracelets. I know they're not like popping right now because she don't have a new album.
Yeah.
But give her a couple of weeks and she'll make something new.
I'm sure. Oh, no, I'm not even showing you. I'm going to put 7 away. There's the stars.
I got those for a kit for the cottage, but then I decided to use
when I blew the news.
I didn't want to say anything.
I'll do it. I'll say it.
All right. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. You just ruined the whole plan.
So that was one way we were gonna find the paint job.
Let's see here. Okay. Oh, looks like we sold another 10. Thank you so much. I'm gonna put 8s away. There's only 2 of these lots left. These bone beads, $6 a lot.
I think they bleached the bone so it's really white.
Yeah, these are nice. Whoops, that needs to go in the front so I can see. And then we'll move these down. There's still 2 of these ones left.
So I'm watching.
We've got a lot of people watching. Well, we've got 18 people, our normal number,
Okay.
but a lot of our normal
AG fan.
AG Bead fan friends hanging out. Okay. How's everybody doing?
Did you burn the dinner?
Don't burn the dinner.
I know you were watching while you were trying to cook, and then you said you had to get your phone.
We're down to only 1 of the carnelian left.
Which one is that?
These little,
Oh, those are good.
yeah, only 1 of those left at $8 only. $8 a strand.
Those little
You know, prices are going up everywhere, but you can almost not tell by the prices Andrew got on some of these things.
I had a wheel and deal.
I was telling them you were talking to vendors and making deals.
I hope they'll like that because
This is also now one of my favorite strands tonight, y'all. New 13 was $24, now 22. It's this gorgeous labradorite faceted cubes. Look at the flash of the labradorite on these. Oh, there's a round one in there. Mostly faceted cubes.
surprise.
Surprise. Says did not burn dinner when I went to get the phone.
Good.
There are some round ones on here every once in a while.
When said we're gonna have burgers for dinner.
I think we're gonna have burgers for dinner tonight. Yeah. I was gonna.
You know, I missed the burger that Matt made the other
Oh my goodness.
day.
I can't match that.
AKA
3 years ago for your birthday.
only
Marianne
two.
says, Andrew, you've outdone yourself with these selections.
Tried hard. I want people to like me.
Look at these labradorite cubes, though. They are superbly done, even though you get some rounds on there.
Actually, I don't care.
These are 16-inch strands. Kimberly says, there are a few rounds on there. I know.
Surprise.
I'm like, are they on all the strands or did I pick the one? No, they are on all the strands like that. They're probably fed in the same area.
It got sprinkled
You know,
in.
it gets sprinkled in.
Like, oh shit.
I know.
Like, this is a mix now.
These are about what, 2 to 3 millimeter?
That's like sometimes
We'll say 3.
The luxury bead ones that I make, and then I have to pick it out.
Pick it out. They decided not to pick it out.
Like, I don't get paid that much.
But look at these. Super beautiful. Great flash on these. $22 a strand. 3 millimeter faceted cubes in labradorite. Down from 24. Kimberly says, still an awesome bonus, right?
Nice.
There are 6 strands of these available. So get them now. I don't think these are going to last very long.
These are pretty good.
These are
being that inexpensive.
Yeah, for the quality of these to be $22, and they're great for earrings. They make beautiful earrings. Spacer beads.
Some of the prices, they're just higher.
That's what I talked about.
But
that is like it's like a when you look at our microfaceted stuff, that $24 for a strand of a nice quality stone, and we usually bring them down to 22 for you. That's not bad. That's not that much of a new price.
It's life.
It's life. It is going to happen. So this is hemp. We've got these
Oh, hemp.
hemp,
I thought you said pimp. I said,
Pimp.
what you doing?
pimping it out. You get 3 strands. They are 14 yards, and they're $12. You get all 3 of them. There's only 1 lot of these available, but they're really cool. If you like hemp, 1 millimeter, approximately 1 millimeter, 14 yards, designed in the US, $12.
So what did everybody do over the weekend?
Some people,
talk.
oh my. Some people were hanging out with friends.
Who?
Norma had a meeting about that talked about how to deal with
Outlander.
dementia.
Oh,
People who are, kind of, if you're caring for people. New 15 was $18. Now $15. Oh, we just sold 14. Let me take that right off there because that's taking up a lot of space. Hemp is gone.
oh, good.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm glad you all like that. That was kind of one that I didn't know.
It's like a trial on that.
Because I bought hemp before and it's still here. But it is Jumbotron.
Yeah.
So I get it. Unless you're doing the macrame.
Yeah, unless you're really doing macrame. Nice color mix on the hemp, says Marianne. Nobody's grabbing any of the labradorite. I don't know, y'all.
Maybe make it 21 for them.
21.
Got a little bit of wiggle room.
A little bit of wiggle room.
Andrew discount.
The Andrew discount.
That's 5% off.
Let me see. Where's my marker?
I don't even know if that is. What is that? What percentage is it?
21. Andrew's bringing them down to 21.
Can't do. William's wearing a muscle shirt.
Am I?
Uh-huh.
This is one of our AG shirts. I don't know.
He's filling it out, y'all.
I went running today.
That's why he's feeling sporty.
No, this is the only short that was left, and they haven't done the laundry yet.
Good luck.
I know. This is black obsidian, small rounds.
I hate where people say, "Oh, this is obsidian," and it's clearly not. Obsidian is a volcanic glass, and it's not always just black. Sometimes there's like rainbow. Sometimes it's light.
Yeah, this is like lots of gray blues in here.
I like that flavor.
This is black obsidian, small rounds. These are about 2 millimeter, I believe. Yes, 2 millimeter. Only $15 a strand, down from 18. Look at those. How pretty are those?
So I changed my mind about the purple. So
Oh.
we'll see.
Oh, yeah?
We'll see. Maybe we'll have to do another review.
He says, I'm not telling William what it is.
Diarrhea of the mouth, as my mom would call it. Split.
And these are 2 millimeter. These are approximately 16-inch strands. And they are lovely. What do you think of those, everybody? Black obsidian. You've got 6 of those strands available. New 15. Let me put this one away. We still have 2 of these available. New 9s. We've sold 1 of them. Nobody wants another one? I know a lot of people are saying they want to wait till the end if they can to pick up stuff because they want to see all the new stuff first.
Good full strategy.
That's one strategy. Some people have already missed out because of that strategy.
I get it. like sometimes you're like I've been to shows where I've been reluctant to get anything. And then like I wanted to see it all. And then I went back to the vendor and they were like, somebody bought it all.
Yep.
And it's like, can you look?
Can you look? You love that request when you're a
And then
vendor, right?
they're like, okay. And then they kind of like shuffle the boxes around. They're like still sold
They're
out.
like still sold out.
And then like when I said it, they bought everything. I meant it.
We've sold one of the 15s. Thank you so much. None of the 13s, not even at $21. Y'all.
Yeah,
Hold on. Let me.
that's all right then.
He says that's all right then. Let me show you another one of those.
Let me.
Because I think you're just not understanding how nice these are.
Maybe sometimes things go in waves.
Yeah, maybe nobody wants labradorite right now.
Sometimes it's not the most popular. I get surprised with what was popular sometimes.
I know.
For a hot minute, like mookaite was like everywhere. And I was like, I think mookite's okay, but it's not like I don't get like dizzy over it.
Don't get dizzy over mookaite.
But like labradorite, some of those.
Although we do have some of our friends love mookaite.
That's for you. I'm not trying to yuck your yum.
Right.
But for me personally, I don't get like I don't start seeing visions.
You don't start seeing those visions.
And for a minute, it was like the most popular stone, and then it shifted again.
Okay, I'm just showing you again, y'all, how beautiful these are.
Like for a minute, like moldavite was like hot to try.
Oh my goodness, you could not.
And people would come in the store and they'd be like all discreet, like they'd be like, do you have the home wrecker stone? And I was like, do what you done said?
The home wrecker stone.
And apparently on TikTok, somebody went viral for like it was like this blow up your life if you get it.
Yeah.
And it was like you want that?
You
like
want that in your possession?
Like if I knew I had that, I'd pitch in the river.
Yep.
But it doesn't do that, so don't worry about it. Supposedly you're supposed to be able to talk to aliens with it, so
Oh. All right. Here is kind of this is about a 14-inch strand. Actually, I'm going to say 13.5-inch strand. This is peridot, beautiful peridot, for $10. $10 a strand. New 16 was 12, now 10. 5 strands available. Look at that juicy peridot. These are tiny little ovals. They are about 4 millimeters by about 6. Oops.
Kimberly, do your kids find stones on the TikTok? Or what do the kids use nowadays? Are your kids like into social media? Are they allowed to be?
Anna says everything has a season. Labradorite will have its time again.
I know, I love it.
Kimberly says I'm an equal opportunity gem lover.
Hey,
hey, May joined in. Okay, so my comment, that's why. I was like, what is going on with my comments? They were stuck. So let's see, got to catch up here. Marion says, too many choices calling my name, but my budget says not now. I hate when that happens, says Anna. May has joined us. Hello, May. Those would be so pretty with the carnelian stones. I know, right? For $10, they were $10 each. These and the carnelians, so nice.
About the obsidian.
I think the obsidian with the carnelian would be really nice. Because the
Like,
obsidian
is kind of contrasty, and then one is kind of like
there is some of that carnelian kind of color throughout this obsidian.
Like you can do the lava queen.
Right? Like look at that. You could get that'd be nice, right?
It's gonna go and come.
There's even gray blue in there, so okay. Next. Now these might be my favorite of the night. I keep saying that, right? These are these garnets.
It's all about keeping them, of course.
Oh, and I forgot to write on here, there are 5 of these strands available, $14 each only. They were 18. These beautiful garnet. Now they're a little bit rough too. They're like the I'm gonna say the rustic look, which I'm loving. I'm super digging right now.
Try to get it. They call them hand knot.
Hand napped.
Like you go and knick knack it with the hammer.
Yeah. That's what these are. These are nice garnet coins that have been hand napped. Oh, good night, Leslie.
Right.
Anna says, I love the citrus. Me too. Kimberly says, my kids are on social media, but are not into stones like I am.
What social media do they do?
Cool shape, says
Do they
Anna.
use the Signal or the TikTok?
Look at
You have to
this.
help them film like dance moves and stuff. That's like y'all are making more work for yourself.
I know.
This like give yourself homework and learn this new dance and then jiggle around.
So these hand napped coins are about 11 millimeters, 11, 12 millimeters.
But I'm not gonna get your young.
No, do what you like to do. 16-inch strands. Full 16-inch strands still on those. Was $18, now 14. 5 of them available so far. I love those. This is one of the things we pulled out of the new box that came, and I said, oh, those are for me.
I do like them.
All right. New 18. What am I doing with my scissors? Here's this cushiony rectangle pillow thing again, in amethyst.
Did you tell them we watched that Maxton Hall?
No, I did not even talk about it. It's so disappointing.
You know, cliffhangers.
Only because it was just okay. Go ahead, tell them.
So I'm not gonna do spoilers like how William was just gonna do.
I wasn't doing spoilers.
But you know, it's a show that's on Amazon Prime, and both of us have been working like pretty much nonstop. And like I know, like I could tell that William needed a break. I needed a break. Normally we watch enameling and only enameling.
I know we did that for lunch today.
Did we? I don't even remember. What
You-
was it on? Oh, we didn't finish it.
I know.
That's why I don't remember
We
it.
went to the museum. Well, the center now. The center now.
I want to go for real.
Look at these together.
The Thompson, the Woodrow Enamels Museum Center.
Wouldn't those be pretty together?
But anyway, so they we needed a break, and so nothing quite says break like the problems of children.
The problems of children.
I actually really love that genre.
Yeah.
And you know, because I don't have any skin in the game. You know, like
Mhm.
when it's something that's like stressed me out mildly, or they start talking about like aging.
Although this kind of did stress me out.
It did, but like in a
like
mostly because the dad
in a detached way.
but mostly the elderly people on the show make me stressed out. But
this is green strawberry quartz. I've never heard of that.
It's a synthetic, I think.
Green strawberry quartz. It's super pretty.
Or
we've sold one of the 18s.
The leaf of the strawberry leaf
at 24, and this is the leaf of the strawberry.
It's based on a series of books that I never heard of. That show, and it's like this elite high school. And them kids, like there's some things in this book I'm like, what we advocating here? The teacher-child love? What?
May says, love the shape of that amethyst. Yeah, this is the shape. We've got a few of these tonight. And we've had moonstone already, and Russian amazonite. And now we have the amethyst and the green strawberry quartz.
I like this shape too.
Yeah, it's
It's
really
really
nice.
emerald cut.
So pretty. $24 on this, new 19.
So this show's on there. We watched it, and it was pretty good.
Yeah. We got through 2 seasons of it,
The episodes are short.
and cliffhangers abound,
Yeah.
y'all.
If you're sensitive about cliffhangers, just wait till the next season.
They have
comes
another
out.
season coming out later this year. You want to just watch all of them because
It's already filmed, so you don't have to worry about it not getting completed.
it
There's
was
some of the shows we watch that get canceled before they ever resolve their stupid cliffhangers, and they hate it.
it was unsatisfying to me last night
Yeah, they didn't have.
because the whole season felt like it was building up for somebody to get justice.
You know, that's what they do now. They do like the
Oh,
season where
the
they
whole
build
season
season 2
is just a whole thing of
build up.
build up.
It's like that Game of Thrones where like they kept building.
That was
it
another
up,
one.
building it up, and then somehow it didn't fully hit. Like Bridgerton, they built it up, built it up, built it up, and then they're like, "Oh, we'll just not tell anybody." And you're like, "You mean that's the comeuppance?"
That's the comeuppance.
I said, "Uh-huh. If it was me, I would get in that carriage and drag her ass across the state, all along the town."
All along the time.
Uh-huh. I've been like, this lady's a liar and a thief.
Vicky says, I was just perusing real estate, found the cutest house for sale in Johnstown. Probably silly to move closer to the beads.
No,
Vicky, come on, move on to Johnstown.
we'll form a collective so that when we're like elderly, then we'll have each other.
I know, right?
I was thinking about that today and last night and all the time.
And all the time. I was
It's
gonna
basically one of my favorite shows is Golden Girls.
Uh-huh.
And they have that communal living.
Yep.
But you know, that's a thing. Like one of our people, AG Bead fam, they live in an intentional community, and they were talking about how some of it changed, and they like that some aspect.
There's good and bad.
But I do like the idea of having like a people to look after each other.
Pewter cat charms.
I actually thought about how we might like fix our house so that we can have a roommate.
$1 each.
So that we can not necessarily like a throuple, but somebody else and help chip in on the bills.
Chip in on the bills, chip in on the taking care of everything. Preferably somebody who loves to do DIY would be great.
They're just like so skilled at it.
Right?
But you know what? The thing about that is the reason
These are about 14 millimeters
one of the reasons was
by 20.
Is that we also have like this big house, and there's rooms that we don't go in.
Yeah.
And so like instead of because I was thinking about downsizing too.
Band cat, says Marianne. There you go.
And because we were talking about maybe getting a place in Johnstown to be closer to the shop, but then not, because then we don't want to move because we have a lot of stuff and we just finished moving. Seems like
Len says I was looking at Johnstown houses too. LOL.
Well, come on down.
Yeah, what are y'all doing? Go look. Come look. They are so inexpensive there.
What we'll do is if y'all are serious, I'll get my real estate license and then I'll get y'all the deal.
Andrew's gonna go get into real estate. Just gonna do that.
I know it's pretty much like I do it already. I hunt through listings all the time, and I try to find like really good deals. And like, oh, picture it. There are some really nice places right now. There's one that's next to a church, and it's only like 60,000, and it's like 2 blocks from the shop. And there's an apartment over a garage, so it's like, well, if I have a studio in the garage, and then we have like our friends come and stay in the garage apartment. So just a thought here and there.
Just a thought here and there. Okay, these are 2 millimeter. These are the smaller ones, or 3 millimeter, 2 or 3. I can't remember now. 3mm. Is that what they say? 3mm. A little in bright orange. We had the bright lime kind of yellow ones earlier, and now we've got the bright orange. We need an art commune, says Len. Vicky says, did you see 136 Violet Street? Adorable.
What is it?
136 Violet Street.
136 Violet Street. Looking it up right now.
Looking it up right now. No, we've only sold 2 of the cats. I can't believe it. Look how cute these are. $1 each. How are you gonna get a cuter cat than that?
Oh, I did look at this. You know what? That's kind of high though. That may be a surprise to you, Vicky, but that's kind of expensive.
Andrew's like, you're looking at the most expensive place.
I know. That's currently looked at 115.
Oh, that's deluxe
I know.
for Johnstown.
Girl, what you doing?
That is deluxe for Johnstown.
Oh, but it isn't.
Len says cute but tiny.
Yeah, that's it's kind of like we would drive by your house
every day to work.
Goucher Street. It's off of Goucher. Oh, we don't. Never mind.
No. Kim says, hi, all. Just watched first part of tonight's live. I'm caught up. There's lots of juicy stuff. I'm still reeling from AG's latest delivery. Oh, today's latest delivery. Hard to pull myself away from my bead desk. Oh, good. I hope you like what you got. Vicky says, I hope no one is in the tornado-warned areas in the Midwest. I'm sure we do have people.
But also, you don't need a big house. That's what I'm also thinking is that but that is a nicer neighborhood. So that's like Southmont. It's in between Southmont and Westmont. So it is like a nicer.
Yeah. Probably you check the property taxes though, because sometimes those areas are higher.
Westmont's property tax is high.
These are the black, white, and gray version. These are the 5mm, I believe. 5mm? 4mm. Sorry, 4mm.
It is cute.
Kim says, are they Clyban or Laurel Birch cats? So cute. I don't know, but they're cute.
Oh, they look like the Laurel Birch. They're from Tierra Cast.
So there they are.
So whoever they knocked out.
Vicky says 115 would be so cheap in Denver. I just need room for my beads.
Oh, well, if that's what you're looking for. Heck yeah.
Would you like to buy a house in Ligonier?
Yeah. No, there is a cute one that's down the block from us. It's a little bit rough and ready on the outside, but it's cute. It's small.
Andrew says he always looks at that house.
It's cute. It could be more cute though. If somebody had
garnets,
20,000, it's not
$14 for garnets, y'all.
It's not listed for that much, but for Ligonier, it's pretty.
I was gonna wonder what the listing was. I haven't looked it up.
The one I'm talking about on Market Street.
Yeah.
Let's find out. It's there's a price cut. It's currently listed at 70,000.
That is cheap for Ligonier. Actually.
I mean, it looks rough. I'm not gonna lie on the outside, but the inside is pretty cute. It is a 2-story, so that's not ideal for people with
to be in Ligonier and be cheaper than the Johnstown house.
But I think you would want to do something on the outside.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look great on the outside. But coat of paint.
Or new siding. Save that money put it into siding.
It's a small house, but it's cute.
Kim says 115 would get you a parking spot in San Diego, but only for a scooter.
Oh yeah, no. That's not.
No. That's not our budget. That's not our budget over there.
It's like, there is a house. and it looks rough because the people on the out they it's I don't know if you want that one. That's kind of a floodplain, so I'll skip it.
These are 4 to 7 millimeter pink tourmaline chips.
It also depends what kind of flavor you like.
Y'all, these chips with, I know they sold out already, but the rubies and sapphires from earlier, like since they did sell out, let me show you. Where are they? There they are. Look at these together. Oh, Jimmy goodness. Beautiful. Only $18 a strand for the pink tourmaline chips. Really nice color on those. Was 22, now 18. And if you got the rubies before they sold out, these ruby sapphires, look how beautiful those would go together. And 4 to 7 millimeters, and lengthwise, that's a 16-inch strand of those chips. New 23.
There's one down the street from us, at the cottage. It's 380.
The one right, there's one right up here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a trailer up here.
No, I don't see that one yet.
Oh, there's a trailer with it looks like a nice yard with a trailer and a garage. Or a single wide, I guess. Be considered a single. It's just further up here, up this way, heading toward Johnstown Way. Not very far.
I mean, if you want a mansion, they got a mansion in town.
Well, that's definitely not a mansion.
I thought about a trailer here too. You know.
That is a single wide with a garage, kind of brown colored, brownish beigey colored. It's like that moonstone I think we had earlier. I just saw it on Sunday, I think, going to work. Strawberry quartz in this shape. Look how beautiful those are.
The cream colored one?
Yeah, the cream colored ones.
Oh boy, you looking at the expensive one.
That's expensive
Yeah.
for a trailer and a
$257.
for a trailer and a garage.
It is look nice though.
I mean, it's a single wide. And it's in good. It looked like it was in really good shape, and the lawn was well manicured. But
Oh yeah, it's in really good shape.
does it have a lot of land?
2 acres.
Okay, that's why the price is higher.
Yeah, but I wouldn't buy that one.
No, not for that. No,
it's nice, but
I thought it would be lower
because it's a trailer.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Well, no. All right. These are 8-inch strands of black onyx, matte black onyx.
You know how many times I got requested for this?
Andrew's been asked for black onyx all the time.
I have to go dig detail.
So he got 20 8-inch strands of 8 millimeter black onyx beads. Yep, 8-inch strands, black onyx. Eight-inch strands, $10 a strand. $10 a strand. The matte black onyx. Beautiful. $10 a strand, 20 strands available. Everybody's looking at real estate. Haven't had any new orders since the cats. Nobody likes the pink tourmaline chips.
Well, you know, that's
Look at that.
I love those. Which one's the next one? The strawberry quartz.
Yeah, these.
Those are real pretty. The color.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
You know, the other thing is like chips. They sometimes it's
Some people love
popular.
them, some people do not.
There were when this Tree of Life come out.
Oh my goodness, you couldn't keep chips in the
I know
shop.
people like they were literally fighting over them, and I was like, you know, I have more. And they're like, oh, and they got kind of nasty with each other too in the bead store, and they're like, well, la di da. Some of us have a husband, don't have a husband who's a dentist or whatever it was, and they're like, um, I'm gonna go in the back, y'all. If you want to get this settled out before.
Uh-huh. Oh, we just sold a number one. Somebody went back, sold a number one. That's the strawberry quartz. We sold one of the cats a 20. Thank you so much. Here we have these. These are kind of a peachy vibe.
Cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe, that is a cantaloupe. There it is. Cantaloupe. We've just sold one of the 23s. Oh, the pink tourmaline chips. Sold one of those.
Nice. I love them.
Vicky says we need Andrew to do a tutorial using chips.
Okay.
He's like, all right. So these are these cantaloupe in the smaller size. Look at these together. Look at those. That's a nice alternating
I did like a
color.
freeform peyote type of thing with chips, and it was very nice. It looks kind of like a rug when you're done with it. I
Like
don't
a
know
rug.
if that's your vibe, but
When the cat's away, only $1 a charm.
those are cute.
They are so cute. I thought we were going to sell out of those
You
tonight.
know, we get asked for cats every
Total request.
request.
Every single one.
I get cats. I'm glad I got all the cats because that would have been disappointing if we got all the millions of cat charms. And
He's going to load up on cat charms. Few people bought the cats, but not as many as I thought.
Yeah, that's surprising. Oh well.
So we've got more cats tonight, y'all. We're not done yet.
Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
There's more. Not a million though.
No.
Wow. Yeah, we thought about it having like a farming.
Look at how nice these. Like, I love this combo.
So if people go to Moxum, here like people talk smack about Moxum all day long. Even our state representative.
The representative from Johnstown.
If he talks so much smack about it, I'm like, could you just like shut your teeth? Because like maybe don't say anything. Because the more you talk, the worse it gets.
Uh-huh.
And he was talking about how he doesn't feel safe. I was like, I feel safe.
We have been there at 4 in the morning walking the streets with the door open, painting.
If you go to the bar and you start causing issues,
right,
then surely you're gonna have an issue.
Yeah.
You go anywhere fancy bar, you go in the most fancy area of the whole world, and you start causing problems. There's gonna be issue when there's alcohol.
This is salt and pepper quartz. Look at how cool this is.
But if you got enough people to all move there all in mass, then you won't have any problems.
Calling this salt and pepper quartz. It looks like
you gotta push it.
You gotta push it.
Real good.
Look at this. Super cool. Salt and pepper quartz. These strands are about a 13-inch strand. Yep, 13-inch strand, salt and pepper quartz. And I love these. These are about 12 by 6 or 7 millimeters. New 27. They were $12, coming down to 10. We've just sold one of the 25s, the black onyx. Thank you so much. Okay. What do we got for new 28? It's everyone's favorite, rhodochrosite.
Why you do it like that? It sounds terrible.
It sounds terrible. I do like rhodochrosite, but
Oh, there's a cute one on Park Avenue. Need some hedge trim, but 50,000. 5 bedrooms. I'm gonna be rolling around with all the space for the beads.
oh my goodness, how much?
50,000.
50,000.
There's some rough ones still. I'm not gonna lie. There's a 20,000 one where you're like,
Yeah.
ooh, there's one for 37 and these new floors done and a coat of paint, but that's real cute.
This is some of the prettiest rhodochrosite.
Oh, it's foreclosure, that's why.
New 28.
Yeah.
Kimberly says bacon bead. These are not quite bacon beads. These are nice. There's a little bit of baconish in there. But also, if you saw in the D stash last night, I think was it on the D stash? I've got a rhodochrosite strand at a really good price. Match those together. But these are smooth rounds of rhodochrosite. They are about 2 millimeters. Yep, about 2 millimeter smooth rounds. Was 18, now 15. 6 strands of those available. They're really pretty rhodochrosite. Even for those that don't care for it, you might like these.
They're pretty.
They are really pretty. And there are 6 of those available, $15 each.
Speaking of that bar, if you want to buy it, it's for sale.
That bar's for sale.
200,000.
Ooh,
It seems like a lot, but it's
not bad
huge.
for a business.
Yeah. I mean, I would fix it up, make it nice.
And then we have these dollar beads, dollar charms, kitty charms. Look how cute those ones are. Those little sitting cats. They got their little tails tucked up. Little bread buns. New 29, $1 each, 10 charms available. And these are 15 by about 13 millimeters. Got 10 of them available, $1 each. Okay, I'm going to put away the pink tourmaline chips. Who's got that on their list? Till they see the very last thing.
Like, put it on your list, Joel.
There's 2 of them still left.
Ooh, there's some damn cute houses.
Where are you looking now? Don't get him started on more houses, y'all.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
He says, I got to be a realtor now.
I know. I'm a mover and a shaker.
He's a mover and shaker. You put this on.
You know what? It would be good if we knew somebody who's like a contractor and they can join our raffle.
We need a contractor. We need a realtor. We need a DIYer.
That's the contractor.
That is the contractor. Okay. Sold 2 of the cats so far. Thank you so much. And the last one tonight, did I save the best for last?
I don't know.
Do you think I did? I sold it. I saved a good one for last.
What did you pick?
For last is this beautiful rainbow tourmaline.
Ooh.
Rainbow tourmaline, and I gave you a really good price. They were 24, brought it down to 20 for the last item. Look at these large beauties. And by large, they're 4 millimeters. But look at the color. Look how gorgeous they are. All mixed tourmaline. Look at that indicolite right there. All mixed tourmaline. These strands are about 15 inches, 4 millimeters in the faceted rounds. Oh, there's 3 strands. I forgot to write on there. 3 strands available. I was too worried about giving you all a good deal. Purdy, says Anna. Kimberly says, uh-oh. also says, I like to look at real estate too.
This is that.
Kimberly.
Yeah,
And,
I think it could be good.
and Kim says, great idea, Vicky. We all need chip ideas for Andrew doing a live or a tutorial. So that's the last one of the evening. New 30. New 30, only $20, y'all. That should be much more than that, but Andrew got us good deals on stuff. We've sold one of them already. They're going fast. One of them sold already. Have two of them now available. And that's the show, y'all. You can if you want. I'll go in the other room so I can do the tallying. Just sold another one of these. There's only one of these left. If you're looking for new 30, grab it now. One of them left. And that's it, y'all. Thank you so much. We have enough new things to do, I think, an all new show tomorrow, too. So we're going to gather stuff for tomorrow and do another new item show. I don't know if we have a full show tomorrow or not of new, but we're going to do our best, mostly new at least. And hopefully you'll tune in, share it with your friends. We just sold the last 30. Thank you so much. 30 is now sold out. I'll put it away so it doesn't tempt any more people.
I got nervous.
Why'd I get nervous?
Like, did you make it a homo say?
I know you weren't answering me. You weren't saying anything. You didn't tell me you had a meeting.
I didn't know I had a meeting.
You didn't know.
So on the way home, I got a notification pop up, and then I was like, "Oh, that's today."
That's today.
So I jumped on real quick.
Kim says night all. Good night, Kim. And good night to everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll be back tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time with more new things. We hope you love them. And I'm going to go work on the spreadsheeting and invoicing. If you were in the D stash last night, I did not invoice last night. So I'm going to do that tonight as well.
Somebody was adding to some.
Yeah, we had some people adding, and I have sometimes I do it the same night, but I have found that generally the next morning there are a lot of claims kind of overnight, and by the time I would get up and get moving, so I've kind of waited to invoice this time until we had kind of that second wave. So I will be invoicing for those tonight. And that's it. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing evening, and we'll see you back here hopefully tomorrow. All right. Bye, everybody.
See ya.